Here's another prototype build. It comes like 7 or 8 days later than the previous build from like January 19th instead of the 11th or 12th. It still opens up just about the same, except most notably, I was wrong in that all of the special stages do exist in the previous build, but only like the first couple of them have any objects in them. The rest are completely empty and don't have any sphere requirements as a result. However, in this one, they do, as you can see, and they have all of their objects. Probably one of the most significant changes in this build. Next of all, I want to see if this guy is playable. And he's just a mighty clone. Okay. That's good to know. But yeah, you'll see that like pretty much all of the sphere requirements are the correct ones now. I think it still says like get the holy ring at the end, but yeah, see, correct requirements and everything. I'll pause this for now because you've seen me play this before. So yeah. Next thing is if I can get this to work properly. Yeah, the bumpers make the right sound again this time. And let's see here. This area actually has its objects again. So we now have 2 spheres, soon to be, whoops, 3, soon to be 4. And I assume that it still says got the holy ring at the end. Oh no, I guess not. It says you did it perfect, and that little bit turns black, which does not happen in the final. I think something like that, though, might only happen at the very end. I think what I did was I actually selected 6, so I'm going to select 1 and see if it says get the holy ring or not. So if you'll excuse me again, I'll play through this one more time, and I'll show you. Okay, it still says this, and it still gives the wrong count when I finish the level without the proper number of rings. So that's another thing to keep in mind. They've finished everything, but they haven't completely changed the text for this quite yet. Though it does actually display needing more than 4 spheres, or 0 spheres rather. It does actually display 4 needed. So I'm going to actually pause again and actually put my fingers where the controller is in a second, but at the moment I'm not, that's why I'm messing up. So, yep, still says got the holy ring. Okay, this guy has... ah, crap. As soon as I restart it, it crashes. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, unfortunately the game has a tendency to freeze up a lot more often in these earlier builds. I think part of the problem is that the 32X hardware was partially designed along with this game, so like there are certain like timing elements and stuff that aren't really designed compatibly with the final 32X hardware. Okay, yeah, this way just leads to a dead end. There would be a special stage ring there. I'm not sure if it just requires more rings to actually activate in this version or what, but I haven't seen it. Also, like I say, yeah, Mighty's wall jump attack is not spammable. You just hang there. And yeah, loops are obviously going to still be in this version. It was only changed from about like a day or so. And this next feature I didn't show you in the previous video because it was taking too long, like for the January 11th build, but it's in there too, I think. Let me see if I can get over to where I can actually properly demonstrate this. This would be the right way to go. But I'm not going fast enough, it seems. There we go. See, when I hit the ring, the screen still scrolled, and so the end of level screen was drawn as if the camera should have stayed frozen once I jumped into the ring, but it didn't. So you got the messed up title card. If I had actually sent in the 2-player in there and then moved around some more, it would have still waited and the graphics would have been fine. That only happens if like the first player does that. And so I'm just going to finish that up, and not too much more notable, except in this version I think this is the one that you can actually properly see the power-ups. No, the character selection is actually working perfectly, which is odd. In the other one, when you did that, sometimes I found that I'd get power-ups instead listed there, and the game would simply pick up what should be there and then immediately after freeze. However, it seems that they've already managed to get the special stages and Combi Catcher pretty much completed. They also seem to traverse in a much leisurely pace, and that wasn't an error. The spin dash only had one frame. I'm not sure if in level that actually happens, as I use it so infrequently. No, it has multiple frames. So I guess that's just something weird about the way that little section works. Which doesn't surprise me too much, actually. Also, once again, I'll properly demonstrate, I think, being able to get like a negative score, which means I have to get like over negative 100 something rings, so yeah, I probably won't bother to play through any levels because it'll all end up being rather buggy and stuff, so the game will freeze up a lot, and so, okay, negative 333 is a good number. I'll save state just in case something goes horribly wrong, but let me see if I can't find where the end of the level should be approximately. It's here. This is it. And yes, the negative ring bonus is there. And so you've totally got like a score counted that is actually negative. I think in the final, rings will subtract from your total score if they're negative, but you can't actually have a score that goes into the negatives like that. It will stop at 0. And so that is really the entirety of this build as far as I can see. So I think we're going to finish up here.